Game on. Back at it. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. What the fuck? Has been up. Dude, I haven't recorded anything since NST aired. What have I been doing? I've been fucking lacking. That's what I've been doing. I've been slowly going insane. I'm getting so fat. I'm just eating sweets and treats. Fuck. What a start. I can't stop, dude. It's so being the van is such a bummer every day. I've been going through this substitute teaching bullshit to get an actual job to try and find some purpose with my life. Is this what you want to hear? Fuck off. This is my therapy session. I have so much activities to go over. The first thing I need to do is get everything off my chest. Oh my god. Alright, well, fuck you. This one's for me, okay? All of you. Everyone listening to this. All one viewer, which is me listening back to it. Never been the first comment on something. Don't come in here all aggro. If you're coming to watch to be entertained by an insane person yelling into a microphone trying to figure out their life because they can't afford actual therapy, we're not just gonna reuse bits from the past. We gotta find new bits. We gotta find new things that are funny, that make me chuckle. Not a lot makes me chuckle right now, because I am the butt of the joke, truly right now. My life is in shambles. But I'm on the right track. I am on the right track, I think. I hope. Maybe. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna jump for the bus. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, oh, what if? Fuck. Looking at apartments. Got this substitute teaching gig, maybe. No idea how much I'll even be able to do, like how open that system actually is, like how much I'll be able to work. Like it's not gonna be 40 hours a week. That's for damn sure. I gotta really I gotta get into these trades, brother. But I'm so deep on every list because I have nothing. I have no experience, which means I need to get like a fucking mechanical job doing something. Whatever. Fuck that. All right, I got that out of my system. It only took what 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Fuck you. Definitely won't come back to that. Definitely not more that I. Definitely not more unresolved issues there. Guess what? NST bike was pretty fucking dope. All right, that was pretty sick. Did you guys watch that? Anyone watch that? Am I screaming into the ether? Yes. There actually were some people watching that. The chat was pretty dope. I was triggered by Diego, whatever the fuck his name was, in the Red Bull Cerebaja, something like that. uh, whatever the fuck race down in Chile. Um, he was like, the race was behind online, and this guy was like putting in the chat, my sacred chat. I love getting in the chat and mixing it up. This guy was putting in what was happening ahead of time, and it fucking blew. It was pissing me off. It really went in. I was not nice. I don't don't get in my fucking chat, dude. My chat. I just don't. I like being in the chat, and if and I don't like knowing ahead of time what's happening. But I like being in the chat. So if you're gonna fuck around and fuck up by my chat, I mean my experience in the chat. It's fucking with my experience. I should have just constantly reported him. I ain't no tattletale though. I'll bully before I tattletale. That's definitely healthy. Oh boy. What do we got? Simon Godziak, Shimon Godziak was doing pretty technical shit. A couple bar spins. I think he did a tail whip. He was really making use of that single crown fork. Be able to bar spin to get the bike around. So that was pretty interesting. Definitely deserved to win. What do we think about the format? That's what. We'll get into that. Let's go over some quick stuff. I mean, you kind of already saw all the runs like previously, so there's not much to talk about. Finley has unreal style. Scores. I I will say that the scores seemed maybe a little bit stuck in the past. Of like, okay, this one was higher than this one. This one was higher than this one. But I thought the way they described it, maybe I'm tripping. I thought the way they described it was like because even if someone crashes, you can still get like a good run, which means like you're taking. I felt like I don't know, for some reason in my mind that meant like you were taking each trick like individually in the run. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the fuck I got that. So never mind. Forget everything I just said. I thought it was great. I thought it kept it interesting. Like you had to do a second run. Um, I would, yeah. I guess maybe I would want a more independent scoring style of like this is what we're looking for. Because I thought they had like this credo thing, which is like I don't even know, but it's like their grading system, and I guess maybe I'm just salty because I want more people with more style to be more highly rewarded. But honestly, everyone was. I think they got people right with the tricks that they did and the style that they put on. Like Simon Godziak was not unstylish. Like there were a couple jumps that I think he not like maybe not straight aired, but only dropped like a foot off the pedal. That's like the technicality of the course. Like I feel like we've pushed we. I feel like the bike, the riders have pushed and what I guess what the community asks for in viewership, really, and that sponsors ask for in sponsor dollars. But what the riders themselves like put down, it's like okay, go bigger, Twister, whatever the fuck it's called. Don't get me on my soapbox. But now I feel like maybe the courses need to start evolving, and we don't need to see like it doesn't need to be it needs to be like a crazy build that they're like trying to like get right. I mean, honestly, they got it right the first year with this, but it needs to be something that can live for maybe like I don't want to put a short timeline on it. I want to put longer. Like the Swatch Nines course is going to be a decade long course, I think. And like this NST, like you're scarring, like you're scarring the earth. You're tearing up the earth. You know, like I think of it, and honestly, like when I think bike courses, I think bench cut. I think strip mining. Like it's not good. It's not good for the environment. So you want to make as little of an impact as possible. And I'm not saying this because I'm some hippy dippy granola bullshit dumbass. Maybe I am. But because I think their thing around it is like sustainability. So, and I think they've talked about using this course like numerous years. But anyways, the point being is that it takes the riders years to get used to these courses, to max out these courses. We'll put it that way. It takes because the courses need to develop to the point where you can have one course for like 3 to 4 years, maybe changing one feature over the course of I don't know 4 years. Speaking of Darkfest, Sam Reynolds mentioned there's going to be uh one new feature. Like that's a type of course that is so big. It is, I mean, that you like just you can't change that much because it is so big that it would just cost. That's like insane. But even smaller courses, I don't know, honestly, NST was a fucking big course. Some of it was natural, yes, but it was not like, I don't know, it wasn't small. Up top, they left some parts raw. It was cut in here in this landing, lily pad, gap jump into the next one, but down at the bottom, they were moving some earth. So, whatever. The point being that Darkfest is a good example of that, in that it's like, I think over the course of like, that's been going on for I don't even know how long. And the course got like really long. I think doubled in length maybe a year, maybe 2, 3 years ago. I don't remember. But like it is such a big course that things that are being done on them need to progress at like a slow rate. Otherwise, yeah, it can be bad news. Injuries for riders, honestly. Like, uh, what's his face? Dylan Stark. Like, he's an amazing rider, was crushing it, could see winning that course or winning that event, especially with that course, because he's not scared to throw down, but he threw down a little too hard and got fucking rocked in his head, taking a month off from biking. Like the consequences to that, I think, I don't know. Are we more aware of the consequences? Which I'm cool with. I honestly I'm cool with the riders taking breaks, being like, I want to make sure my head's fucking okay, dude. Like I'm like that event still ruled. It sucks that Dylan Stark wasn't riding in it, but maybe then in the future he'll hold back a little bit, or over the summer like dial it in a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like he was able to like save it on that Swatch one and was like, all right, I got this on this one, and paid the price for it, which sucks because he's so good and he seems like the nicest dude. Like I feel like he loves biking and just wants to bike. He doesn't seem like the nicest dude from his videos, but that's, I think, because he's more like soft spoken and he's just like, I just want to ride my fucking bike. So it's not a bad thing. But Jesus, popped in my ears. Hopefully that didn't translate. Probably did. Uh, so yeah, NST pretty dope. What was I talking about? Darkfest. I guess sustainability of the courses. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Maybe not bigger courses, but just burlier in the sense of technicality. Like make these jumps very like, I don't know. It's weird because you have to be what I really want to say, the way I want to put it, which is not a good way to put it. It's like you have to like force the riders to think about whether they want to get hurt or not if they don't land this trick. Like the consequences of this, I don't know. That's what, and like you have to keep the riders from, but then it's like, what, you want people to get hurt? Like, no, I don't want people to get hurt. I don't know. I don't know what I want. It sucks. I think that I don't want people riding next to a cliff where it's like, I guess that's what I want. I want the big jumps to be like, look it. I fucking I love a good on a just like a shark fin. Give me a like leaned over, dropped foot, just like a foot dangler, like Simon Godziak, like Louis Rabot did on some of those jumps, and that was fine. Like I'm totally cool with that. If you want to be a psycho, that's what it is. I'm not the bad guy here, all right? You're as the rider putting your life on the line. You're the bad guy, Dylan Stark. You hear me? That is a sick jump. I want to watch someone do like a no-hander over it. I'd be cool with someone doing a backflip over it. Be like, whoa, that's fucking nuts. If you want to throw a 360, go for it, but that's fucking nuts, dude. Yes, that I will. I don't want to see crashes. I would prefer not to see any crashes. So I'm definitely not the bad guy here. I do want like a bigger course though. A more technical course is, I guess, something that I can relate to, and I think maybe I would hope that mountain bikers would begin to understand maybe how technical some things are. I don't know. I guess that would be kind of cool. See smaller. I mean, that was an in-person event. So once you see these things like in person, maybe it changes the perspective of it. But yeah, as like someone who understands the technicality, I think of certain features. Honestly, not honestly not really. I don't understand the technicality of these jumps. I do to the extent that it's like, all right, it sounds like these riders have to modulate their speed a lot. Like on Reed vlogs, vlog, on Reed Boggs' vlog, he I think he was talking about like, got to modulate the speed. I think Carson Storch had a couple Instagram, or some riders had some Instagram posts about like, the technicality of it. I think some builders, Matt Begg might have mentioned something about it. So these like little things that I'm hearing, honestly, yeah, seeing someone crash, Tom Eistedt crash and like not be able to compete because he just cased a landing by, I don't know by how much, maybe too much, but that's getting the speed right. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow, because that's what's scary. And even when you're these are jumps that you're watching other people ride, and you're still like under, like, don't get it, you don't guess exactly right. And it is a guess, like, I mean, estimation, whatever you want to use, but you don't know that it works until you do it. So to watch these pros, like, they're guinea pigging stuff and getting hurt, it's like, it's serious. But let's shy away from that. Let's try not to let them get hurt. That's not what you need to understand that it's a technical course. It's the conversation. I mean, obviously experience riding different stuff, but then also the conversations that you hear through content that's put out. So all in all, sick fucking event, guys. Nice job. Moving on to NST Snow, which is going on today, legitimately. So we'll get to our picks on that shortly. But what else we got? Let me check that off the fucking list. Don't get into my rabbit hole. Crankworx Rotorua. What a fucking sick course. What a loose. I. Oh, I'm gonna get on again. I'm gonna get on my soapbox. Positive vibes only. People need to get the fuck off of Red Bull TV's dick on their broadcasting of the fucking downhill races. I'm not gonna get amped up. I'm fine. Dude, there's 3 fucking cameras. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, it's like the top section, I guess there's not as many jumps, but yes, there is a sick fucking line to watch up top. Get a drone, dude. How far can these drones fly? They have to be able to fly that far. I'm telling you, I guarantee, am I going to look it up? No. Do I need to? No, because the answer is you can just fly a drone from the top. As soon as it gets too hectic for the drone, which it doesn't in this race, just pop the drone up. That's where you put the man camera, the man cam, the woman cam, whatever the fuck. You get it. And then you get the drone back in shot when you were down at the bottom. Like, what the fuck, guys? It's just that simple. What are we doing? There's 3 cameras and I don't get to see the entire first half of their race. Like, you're speeding through this, but then, okay, I get it. Whatever. Fuck that. Like, the pre-show is there for marketing, fine. But then, I don't, like, get rid of that pre-show, do an actual pre-show, and then just put ads in between each rider. Like, maybe that's not good for the fan experience, but honestly, like, the fans get to experience it. So, fucking move on. Make a race a day. Make it take 3 hours, and who gives a fuck? You're not going to do the qualifiers will take, that's when you can fucking, you know, the fans can experience that, like, in race feeling, but, like, make it a goddamn event. A football game is an all-day thing. Make downhill an all-day fucking thing. It comes to these towns once a year. You're telling me that you're telling me that you're going to live in the Pacific Northwest and not take off from work to go to Whistler? That's insane. If you really care about this. If it was in my backyard, if I lived in that town, in that city, like, I would absolutely, there would be no doubt in my mind that I would take off from work. I didn't have my passport going on last year. I was busy, guys. I also, honestly, I don't know. If you're the type of person to go, I don't think I would ever go. I don't know if I would go to Crankworx, honestly. It seems like it would be super packed with just so many people. I'm not trying to... Yeah, that doesn't really seem that fun. With like that many people. I'm trying to think. But I would just go with my, like, friends, like my group of friends. It would just be so packed. Like, that does not seem that fun. But yeah, if you're gonna go, if you're the type of person that's gonna go to that event, like, you don't think that person would then also maybe take off from work, like, Thursday, Friday? Like, make it a fucking thing. I mean, downhill's the best. Slope style's number 1. Downhill's number 2. Dual slalom and pump track are 3 and 4. Pick your poison. Like, Thursday, Friday, downhill Saturday, slopestyle Sunday, or slopestyle, just switch it up, whatever day is less windy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that simple, guys. Give it a Saturday, Sunday, boom. Like, people, this is once a year for that person in that area. Football is every Sunday, dude. Like, I know, and that is, like, some people are going to scoff at me and be like, there are people, I'm from upstate New York. Like, Buffalo Bills territory? Are you anywhere? I think Lambeau Field has, like, houses right next to the field too. Like, in that, like, people live for this shit, dude. I don't know. I think you could fucking film it better. I don't know what to tell you. It's so sick. That was a sick track. That was so sick, dude. Stop fucking saying that. I loved that track. It was magical, entertaining. What are some other words that are less emotional, but that aren't the word sick used over and over again? Yeah, it was an awesome race. The track was flowy, long, open, some tight sections, which they made sure to fucking film those. Sick, dude. I love watching the one part of the course that people slow up on because it's probably a little wet and have to put a pedal stroke in. Yeah, that's exactly the part of the course that I want to watch. Who the fuck films this, dude? I'm back to being positive vibes only. Back to being angry. PVO. Give it back to Red Bull, the UCI. Everyone's saying, give it back to Red Bull. Dude, the Red Bull coverage fucking sucked. From what I watched, maybe it was better. Maybe it was better earlier on. Maybe back in the day. I don't really remember it. For some reason, though, I get the feeling that it was like the live coverage. I don't even know if I ever watched the live coverage, but I felt like it was like pieced together, kind of like it was afterwards, like with like how it's been recently until the UCI got it. And then yes, it is pieced together, but it feels less pieced together. You can follow it down pretty reasonably. I don't get that and I fucking hate it. I cannot stand it when I see that comment. The bots are gonna get me. The bots are gonna fucking they're just gonna feed me that shit. They know I'm gonna hate watch it and doom scroll. Oh, speaking of. Like, what do we got? Slope style. Downhill. Let's keep on downhill. Downhill track, more like it. Open sections up top, natural doubles. Too good of a track. Absolutely too good to not put a camera on it, which they did. Massive like doubles, like natural doubles, triples down at the bottom. Oh man, what a great fucking course. Run it back next year and goddamn fucking film it. Film every goddamn second of it, you pricks. Let people do a course preview where you show the entire course and go, actually, you know what? We're going to cut out the top third of the course, which is actually the best part. We're going to start it where it sucks. Positive vibes only. Lockie might come into the season almost like Ronan did. He seems to be doing pretty well. Got that fast one in what's it? I think what's it called? Cardrona or whatever the fuck. It was like it's where like a bunch of the pro riders ride in New Zealand, like in Queenstown. I think he won that race, and I think like it was Lockie, Stevens, McNabb, Ronan Dunn, BK, Kernard, a couple different pros, and then Christchurch by a large margin, and then this one, just absolutely stomping it, throwing it down, dude. He's on a fucking pace. It'll be interesting to see what he does in the UCI season. If he can stay healthy, fucking Loris. My guy Loris, I think fucked up his shoulder blade or something. I don't know how long he'll be out. That sucks. Sucks to see. This is going to be interesting. This is where these up and coming riders can get slotted in. You never want to see someone go down, but hopefully they can fill a spot. and they kind of have to, I think, is what is the good part. It's not like, Trek can just be like, well, we're a rider down. Oh, well, fuck it. Like, you got to keep it interesting for the fans and bring another rider up, maybe. So, we'll see. See how it plays out. What happens? Maybe there'll be some, like this is where you pick people out of the reserves. This is where it helps to have a strong bullpen, dude. I don't know if I used that fucking sports term right. What do we got? Gotta have a strong bench. Dual slalom, sick course. Oh, yo. Speed and style. Out. Dunzo. Get it out of here. I'm so glad that that's fucking gone. Thank the fucking Lord. Didn't need it. Don't need it. Oh my God, it was horrific to watch, dude. Someone would be like, I gotta go so fast, and then their front flip would be the fastest part of their run, and they land on their fucking face. Jesus Christ, I couldn't stomach that. So they got rid of that. I think they put a little bit more into the dual slalom, maybe a little bit more into the pump track. Good. That's exactly where it should go. We don't need it fucking filled with water. You don't need to build a fucking pond over where they jump. Get that the fuck out of there. Do not spend money on that. Spend it on the goddamn dirt, you morons. You you did? Okay. Okay. I'm actually, you know what? I'm back in. That is something I would do. You did spend God only knows what on these dumbass things for 5 seconds for Cam Zink to be like, hey, look at these ponds. Some cute ducks in there. And they're plastic ducks. that is something I would do. I would condone that. I think I would instead have someone like snorkeling from the bottom and like moon the camera as it passes, like under the water, see if people actually saw it. That would be fucking hysterical. Whoa, look at those ducks in there. That's pretty crazy. Is it a volcano down there? Just keep it moving. People could run it back, so maybe not. Maybe only on live, but that is my first idea to have. That would be pretty fucking funny. All right, maybe not for national TV. Keep the buttholes off national TV. I understand it, I guess. If we must. Oh, something else about dual slalom. I don't think I wrote anything down for pump track. It was pretty cool. Did I watch pump track? I'm thinking of the Christchurch pump track. I think I did watch pump track at this one, but nothing really stood out. Actually, I'm pretty sure what's his face, Ryan Gilchrist ate shit. Pulled way too hard. Something like that. So, it was a good watch. I'll say that. It was a good watch. It was fun. Glad I watched. You skip through all of it, get to the highlights. Maybe I'll start putting the timestamps just when I'm fucking bored, don't have anything to do with my life because it's a mess. But yeah, it was a pretty good watch. It was good. Dual slalom. Shouts out Sam Blankensop. Crush dual slalom. Way to be. Did he get second? I think he did. What a G. Sam Blankensop's the fucking man. I love watching him ride. He's so goddamn fun to watch. All the old school Yeti riders. Sam Blankensop, Aaron Gwynn. Who else? Jared Graves. Trying to think of people that I like. Sam Blankensop's style is just unmatched. Aaron Gwynn's winning. Jared Graves a winner. Who else am I thinking of though? Honestly, Sam Blankensop is who I think of. I mean, Aaron Gwynn is who I think of, but man, Sam Blankensop's so much fucking fun to watch ride. Watch any video, any video that's put in like time and effort into like filming, like not POV, and it's just incredible, dude. Whatever. Fucking moving on. It's enough glazing of Sam Blankensop. Fuck that guy. Jason. Jason, we gotta get. Can we get 1440p, Jason? Is Richie Rude gonna be? I think he mentioned he's gonna be at. He's riding more downhill this year. He's gonna be at most. I think he said like most of the UCI downhill races. Most. Let's fucking go, dude. Oh, I love Richie Rude. I think he got popped for steroids though. I don't know how to feel about it. It's biking, so it kind of just. I think you just have to do it. It's part of the training regimen. Like I don't think he thought that it was illegal. I think he was just like, no, this is just what I go to the gym, wake up, stretch, go to the gym, come home, eat food, little bit of anabolic steroids, maybe maybe 70 cc's, keep it light. Go on training in the afternoon because I've recovered again, from the steroids that I took. Finish out the day, some light stretching, and then just maybe some more trenbolone. Keep it moving. You gotta get ready for the next day. What, you're saying I can't do this? What are you talking about? What do you mean? No, this is part of. I think it says it in my contract. No, it says it right here. Must be willing to take steroids and cause kidney failure to accept this contract. It's right there. I have to do it. I don't know. I thought that was the case because I'm pretty sure he got suspended for like a year. So, Julian Edelman, pop for steroids. I'm pretty sure most football players take steroids. You're telling me Taylor Lewan looks like he does now and looked like he did back then naturally? I don't think so. There's no shot. Maybe there's a shot. There probably is. Whatever. Don't do steroids. Do steroids. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't want to think about it, dude. Just entertain me. Richie Rude is like the manliest looking man, is like a chiseled Greek god and looks like the type, like I'm pretty sure they just like looked at him and were like, we have to test him for steroids, guys. There's no shot. Maybe his testosterone. You know what? That's probably what it is. He didn't do steroids. His fucking T level is just so high. These pussies were just punishing him for it. They were like, fuck, this guy's T is like 10 times higher than mine. That can't be real. Fuck this guy. He's faking it. Was I a scientist? You think you're better than me? Fuck you. You're suspended for a year. Positive test. Boom. You're donezo. Not on my watch. So, I'm excited to see Richie Rude this year. Yeti's fun, man. Yeti knows how to pick them. Yeti picks winners. They're a race program. That's the thing. Like, I don't think Yeti bikes are like, from what I've heard, Yeti bikes are not made for normies like you and I. They're made for the race. They're made for the athlete. They're made for the rider. No, they're not the racer. They're serious. They're not fucking around. We're not going to deal with downhill. We're not doing that. We're doing real riding in pump track with Ryan Gilchrist as the national champion, and we're doing enduro. Fuck everything else. We focus on what we can win at. I guess that kind of is a pretty good, whatever. That's pretty good. And then downhill was like, no, wait, we're actually going to get serious. We're going to make this like sports. We're going to take this seriously, put in time and effort into crafting new rules and regulations for the year. We promise. It'll be real. And yet he was like, huh? You're telling me people might buy my $15,000 bike? Hmm? All right. Hey, Richie, you mind just, suddenly not being an enduro rider anymore and just focusing on downhill? And honestly, he's probably like, yeah, fuck, that'll be dope. You're telling me I don't have to ride for like 3 to 4 hours across 2 days, maybe more, and I might get paid the same, if not more? And each race is maybe like max 4 minutes? Yeah. I think I'll give downhill a try, guys. Hops on a bike. I think Richie went like maybe third? I don't even know what the placing is. I haven't even looked. Hang on. Time out. Time. I said time. All right, game on. Richie Rude got fourth and was about 4 seconds back from Lockie. So I don't know. Tejodo was 250, 251, basically like a second behind, like a half a second behind Lockie, Matt Walker. These are World Cup riders. Toto, maybe not as much, but could be. 254. Richie Rude, 254.8. Walker was 0.3. So, interesting, You'd start tossing all these goddamn Frenchies in there. And the Brits, more of the Brits other than Matt Walker. Sorry, shout out. It starts to, if Richie Rude could be, what would be success? I'd be interested to hear what his goal for this season is, if he even has one, or if it's just like, show up and put on for my city. Yeah, what would it be? Would it be top 20? like high, make a range. High end and low end. What would it be? High end, dude, if he's top 10, with being in, enduro is so different. He's going to need different steroids. He's a fucking strong, burly fucking guy. So if he can manhandle his way down the track, I mean, he won. I'm pretty sure he won a world championship as a junior. So he's no fucking slouch. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know what success would look like for him. That would be sick if he could. Top 10. Top 10 high-end success. Like a good into the top 10. We're not talking 10th. Like if he's like 8th, that would be pretty good. But top 10 on the high end, maybe top 20 on the low end. He's so fucking good. Yeah, got to be top 20. Interesting. Can't wait to watch it. Want more Americans on the stops, on the tour, letting it fucking fly. All right. Slopestyle. I guess here we'll do Lockie in first, Tejodo in second, Matt Walker in third, Richie Rude in fourth, Ryan Gilchrist in fifth, Chaz Mack, Charlie Mack. Just the loosest, I feel like, weekend warrior / pro rider there is. In sixth, Sam Blankensop, seventh, Joe Millington in eighth, Lori Greenland in ninth, Dan Booker in 10th. Sam Gale 11th, George Brannigan 13th. Interesting stuff. What do we got? Slopestyle wise, this was what's his face's first one. Come on. I think he's a Frenchie. What's his name? Tim Bringer. Timothée Bringer. I am the Frenchman. Tim Bringer, Caden Ingersoll, Ben Thompson, pretty different lineup. Paul Couder, 4th, Chance Moore, 5th, Griffin Paulson, 6th, Jake Atkinson, 7th, Max Fredrickson, 8th, Liam Bayless, 9th, Toby Miley, 10th. A little bit of a different setup this year, like format. Some you got to kind of make it in for a second run. Like you have to make it into the top 8 for a second run. So an interesting choice in format. I saw David Lieb's video on it. He was not psyched about it. I guess I kind of am indifferent. I'd like to see what it does to the sport. Yeah, I'd like to run a test on it for the next year or so and see if it means we get maybe not, you don't see a twister, but you do see like more landed runs. Like I think they're trying to get more landed runs, which I kind of am with. Like yeah, it's going to be weird in the first one. I guess I don't know. David Lee was not happy about everything going on, which I think he lost most of his sponsors, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, he was not psyched about this new contest format. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent, leaning towards kind of like it. Question of the year, though. Is ML bad for slopestyle? This, I set that up wrong, but you get what I'm saying. It was like listen to this. Do you know who Caden Ingersoll is? Do you know who Chance Moore is? Do you know who Griffin, yeah, probably. Liam Bayless, Toby Miley, top 10. Like, this feels like a slightly, there's like 20% new blood, it feels like. And that's, I think, like, I don't know. Eric Fedko and Emil Johansson are just like, they're too good. It seriously begs the question, like, it's more interesting when you don't know who's going to win. Like, Tim Bringer never won one before. I mean, he's throwing big stuff, but it's just like a lot of double backflips. I don't know. Like, I get pissed at the Rampage judges because I'm like you're making it about yourself. I get pissed at them not for trying to push the sport in a direction that they want it to go. I don't blame them for that. What I blame them for is like not admitting to it and not saying like, yes, we're doing that. Whether they're aware of it or not, that's what they're doing. And it feels like they're just not aware of it. That's what I get pissed at them for. All right. With that being said, these judges in crankworx need to start scoring different shit differently. Fuck, I don't know how to say that. Differently. Like, okay, I just watched a video. My buddy literally just said this, and then there was a video put out by a snowboarder that touched on these like kind of unwritten rules of snowboarding. And I vibe with it. I get it because the unwritten rule, I think there were maybe a couple other ones, but the unwritten rule is that you don't spin the same way 2 tricks in a row. So if you're snowboarding and you spin front side on one jump, the next jump you got to spin backside. Not gotta. If you want to abide by this unwritten rule, no one's saying you have to. The point, just bear with me. If you abide by this unwritten rule, your riding looks a certain way. It looks different. It looks like each hit is something new, and I truly think you can see it. I watched someone spin a 360 on one jump and then a 360 on the next same 360. And then you watch like Emil Johansson's runs where it's like, I mean, it's like a cork 720, so it's not as like just laid out. It's a little bit more hardcore, but when you watch someone, maybe in like a bike park, you can find it somewhere, where someone spins regular 360 and then on the next jump spins oppo, and it looks so sick. Whips! Okay, I actively try to whip one way, and then on the next jump, whip a different way. Turn the bars a different way. And you can actually see in my riding sometimes, well, I guess because I don't like post. If I like I'll take videos of trails and not post them. Like I'll look at it and be like, that is not good enough to post online. And some of the videos that I do post, I'm not saying that they're good and I'm good. I'm just saying that they are good enough where I could You know, when I get criticism, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably fair. And it's like it's good enough for entertainment, I think, personally. I don't know. Whatever. Rip me. That's the best part of this. Just lose your shit on me in the comments. What the fuck was I? God damn it. Yeah, going different ways with your whips. When I watch a video of someone and they whip the same way on each jump, I have to turn it off. I can't watch it. I need there has to be a difference. I think I watched this like I think it was like probably like some kid in high school, like some 15, 16-year-old. And he was like really good. Was able to do toboggans. Could get fucking 90 degrees on some whips. But I only saw him going like one way. And I was just like, I can't watch this. This isn't enjoyable. This isn't entertaining. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And I guarantee I know I know this because in my mind when I watch some of the videos back and my wheel goes the same way on each jump, I cringe. It's the worst, dude. I hate it. I think like other than focusing on fundamentals, goals for this year. Is it to get into an apartment? Is it to get my life back on track? Maybe get a car, maybe a job. Figure that shit out? No. Guys, no. The main focus is fundamentals of biking, okay? We're going to focus on the fundamentals. That's applying pressure to the outside foot, to the foot on the top side on the turn. When you're leaning the bike, also leaning the bike over, hooking up with those side knobs, elbows out, eyes forward, body pointing where you want to go. Not where you're going, but where you want to go. Focus on the job you want, not the one you have. Focus on the line you want, not the line you have. I'm fucked. Oh well. Yeah. I think with Tim Bringer, it feels like there's just diving right back in. I saw a lot of backflips, a lot of spins that are very similar to other ones. I just need something different. Like it's okay to do just a tail whip over something. But make it the biggest, like do a tail whip over the spine. Do a dumped out 360 like some of those other competitors did over the spine. Get fucking vertical with that thing. Corks out. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad he won. I'm not knocking. I think no one else was doing the tricks that he was doing. So, cool. You gotta push the sport in a direction that keeps it interesting. Not easy. It's not easy to make the argument that the cleanest Eric Fedko 3-whip over the spine, maybe, because he didn't ride, would score higher than Timothy Bringer's maybe double. That's a little ridiculous. His double backflip on the step down out of that like whale tail thing right after the spine was insane. That's why I'm not like, all right, this one you got it. Hell yeah. We'll see what happens on other ones. I mean, if he does a double backflip on something fucking nuts again, it's like, all right, I guess you got these. I guess that's it. It's tough to look at someone and be like, hey, that's not good enough anymore. That thing that you're doing that is like the best that someone's doing, that's not good enough anymore. Emil Johansson. Sick, you're gonna win. It's not entertaining anymore. You're going to win. You're gonna do an oppo thing. You're gonna do I guess maybe we need better announcers, like that know exactly when something's opposite, that know when something is regular, that are spending. Like, I want Cam McCall, like, spending time with Emil in training, like, throughout the year, like, going and watching some, like, listening to some of these snowboarding judges, I think from the bomb hole, where it was, like, going and watching training sessions at, it's a little different because they're at, like, you don't exactly have, like, a training section in your house, like, like, in your backyard, like you do with dirt jumps, because it's, like a park, like a snow park. Like a resort, so it's all at one spot, so everyone's gonna go and ride there. But yeah, I don't know. You're a pro announcer. Like, go and talk to not just Cam McCall, just whoever the fuck, whoever's announcing these events. Like, okay, that was regular, that was cork, or that was switch. We know that. I could see that. I'm very like involved in what that looks like in his riding style and who that is. But that takes money. They don't want to invest in that. I don't know. I'd be interested to. Yeah, I think I tried to look up the financials and couldn't find anything. So I don't know. Where's the money, guys? If you that's I don't know. If you make it more entertaining, like if you build it, they will come. But who knows if that's actually true? Like that is not that's if you build it, they will come. Says fucking who? Like I don't know. Hopefully we get it together. Hopefully Emil Johansson never comes back to slope style. It's not true. He's so good at riding. I think just stick to like you've gotten to the Brandon Seminick. Like this happened to Brandon Seminick too, and he switched sports entirely and just was like, I'm gonna add rally car now because it's just not fun anymore. Emil's like, I guess I'll keep collecting checks, which I don't blame him for. We got to get Emil in a different sport, and then have him come back for the big events. He's earned it, dude. Just retire, bro. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here. That's his. Hey, you racked up the most amount of wins of like anyone ever. Even the GOAT, Brandon Semina, kind of could make then the argument that he's not the GOAT. Do you mind getting the fuck out of here, dude? B. Seminick. What's his face? Brett Reeder. B. Reeds. Breeder. Nope. And Emil Johansson. Just the three absolute clones of one another. Let's see who got it. That's what it really comes down to. It was, I will say, watching Tim Bringer's run I don't think I would have, putting some perspective on this. I don't think I would have a problem with. I don't think I would have any problem with Tim Bringer's run if Emil Johansson was also doing the complete opposite of what he's doing. Tim Bringer is throwing down big shit, heavy stuff. Emil is throwing down technicality through the roof. What's better? What are the judges going to score? What do they want to put one over the other? Emil's not doing a double backflip. I don't think. And on the flip side, Tim Bringer's not doing a cork 7. Bring Emil back. Emil needs to be out here. I think the answer is they were going for technicality over big stuff. But I also feel like Bringer's gotten better these past couple years, so I don't know. But maybe that's just these dumbass judges just scoring things 93s and not and not being consistent throughout contests. The one thing I will say about the snowboarding FIS, like FICE guys, I think is that the scores do seem to be consistently low. And it takes a lot to get higher scores, which I think is the appropriate way to go. Like like getting 93 on something is insane. Like setting that expectation of like I have to be like that was near perfect. It's like I feel like there's so much stuff that you could point at to get better. Whatever. Bring Emil back. And then once he comes back, take him away. Be rid of him. Yeah. I don't know. Be interesting to see them up against each other now with Tim Bringer's bag of tricks. I think he's got big shit. Bigger stuff now than he was throwing back then. All right. What do we got? What's up next? Went over Darkfest. Oh, yeah, I guess we did kind of. I wonder what that new feature is going to be. I don't know, and I need to know. Hasn't changed. Sustainability of the course. Good for them. All right. Checking that off. Something else David Lieb said was like they need like cut to the like for these I think it was about NST bike and it was crankworx or something where it was like there's the pre-show of riders or of them talking and then 45-50 minutes in the first rider drops. He's like, get rid of that, just cut to the action. I'm here for it. I got the time. I like it. I'm here for the pre-show. I like the pre-show. On football Sundays, dude, you gotta watch the pre-show. Now that I'm biking, I'm not, I'm gonna go do stuff outside. But as a, slovenly East Coast football sports guy, it was all right. Wake up. Get the bets in. Watch the pre-show. Think about cracking a beer until it's socially acceptable around noon. Anything before that might get looked at weird. Probably not. So, I do think they need, they need the pre-show. And then guess what? You're never going to make people happy, but I guess just say this. Be like, all right, we'll get rid of the pre-show. We hear your comments. We'll get rid of the pre-show. But we're going to put, we're going to put ads in between each run. Or every like 3 runs. There's going to be an ad break. Dude, in an NFL stadium, there's waiting around. There's commercial breaks. What the fuck? What, like, why is that the worst thing in the world? For like, you're telling me as a fan, I have to be outside enjoying the company of the people around me and the bros and hoes maybe. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that? Why would I want that to end any sooner than it has to? I try to think of myself going to these events and it's like, all right, if I'm going to go, it's going to be somewhere that there's riding. So I'm going to ride. I'm going to ride my fucking dick off for like 3 or 4 days before that. And then only want to just fucking slosh around with my buds. Because I'm not going, I probably wouldn't go I might go by myself. Just get fucking high and chill in a chair next to the fucking, and hike up the course. Like, I'm still getting some activity in. Still doing something. And I get to be outside. Like, what if it's rainy? I guess then I'm getting out of the van. So normally I'd be like, well, I just go to the van. I guess I'd just go back somewhere and like And then I'd be inside. Like I'd do something fucking inside. Like I don't know what's I don't know. I don't know. Just change it. Just change it. Put the ads in. I don't care. Give me more time. I could go pee and get a nice little snack while I'm while I'm in the van being a fucking slob. I don't want to stand on the scale. Holy shit. If I oops, I lit the computer. All right. Thankfully it's still recording. um I don't want to step on a scale. Holy fuck. I'm so fat right now. Nothing fits. None of my clothes. I'm growing out of my clothes. It's insane. I didn't even get to watch Simple Sessions. That was a BMX thing. Boyd Hilder one, shot out. I think a kid from Portland was riding there. I got to see how he did. Car. Game on. He was not. I'm tripping. Anyways, Boyd Hilder one. I love his riding. He's sick. I got to watch a finals simple session. Seems like maybe a highlights thing. All right, so I'm gonna watch that, and then I don't know. I fucking won't talk about it, but I will watch it. Watch the highlights. And that was talking BMX. Jesus, Jesus Christ. What else we got? I think that's pretty much it. We got NST. Oh, who did I pick for my NST snow on flip? Where is this thing? Where's this motherfucker? We got. I didn't pick anything for the Absolute Park. Yeti Natural Selection Tour. I feel like I got some fucking deals on these guys. All right, it's in Revelstoke. Steep cliff stuff. Like steep like pillows, pillow lines, big shit, big steep shit. Not as much like open fast poppy, flowy, jumpy stuff. More slower paced picking your line, pillow lines kind of thing. With with potential for some big drops, big spins, but maybe like slower at slower speeds. So, who do we got? And I think the prices reflect well with who I would choose. Tour Gear, Bergram, $728. You have what was it, like $1,600 to spend. So Tour Gear, massive part of it. Dustin Craven, 684. I'll go over who I chose. Who did I pick? You gotta go Dustin Craven. That's the thing. This is his fucking. He's a big pillow line steep rider, and then also Travis Rice for $493. You're telling me I get Dustin Craven and Travis Rice on one team, and I get, dude, my team is fucking stacked, bro. Like I'm nice. I'm gonna get it to the end, and none of these guys are gonna be in the finals. Oh well. Guess what? Dustin Craven, my team, Dustin Craven, T. Ricky, and Austin Sweeten. Dustin Craven, 684. T. Rice, Travis Rice, 493. What? He's like he's like the biggest, one of the biggest, he's like known for the longest like pillow line. Like what? Whatever. Scooped, copped. And then Austin Sweeten, the Baker Backcountry God. I don't know if that's actually him, but a Pacific Northwest kid. I'm pretty sure. So, steep. I think that means steep stuff and powder and pillow lines, and just everything good and nice. So, what up? That's who I got. I'm gonna watch that. That's at 1 p.m. today. Stoked for that. Let's get that on the fucking screen. Pop that bitch up. Hyped for it. All right. And then we'll fucking talk about that. And I was gonna try to record for 2 hours because I'm behind on a session. But guess what? I don't have it in me. And if I did talk about other stuff, it'd be going down a rabbit hole of just dumb shit. It's like political stuff, and we're not here for that. We want fun stuff. It's like my life, trying to, you know, I'll be living with roommates, and the entire conversation goes like, oh, let's sit down and talk. It was a, let's sit down and talk, and for 30 minutes, I'm kind of describing who I am as a person, and it gets down to the end of it. Are you a Trump supporter? No. No, I'm not. I'm not a bigot, if that's what you're asking. It was funny. It was like, it is funny because they don't know. People don't know how to ask that question any differently. They just, do you support the bad man? It's like, it's a little nuanced, but, no. I know what the answer that you're looking for is no, I'm not a bigot. Just ask that. Don't ask, like, you don't have to ask who someone supported. What, did you support the other billionaire that didn't give a fuck about you either? What? You know what I mean? It's like, well, they were most pro-labor. I won't say it in that voice because this is a good thing. Pro-labor movement. It's like, okay, I guess, yeah, maybe, probably. I'm not saying that they weren't, but it's like, at what cost? Like, are you supporting the lesser of two evils? Like, that's not good enough. We shouldn't be striving for the lowest fucking bar. Like, they're trying to hit 51 to 49. That's all they're trying to do. You're telling me that they have to give a concession and to, several thousand whatever, like auto workers union or whatever the fuck? Guess what? The factories are still going to go. It's not like they don't care about a fucking in 2 years. Okay, fine. Yeah. They've been good for labor unions. Guess what? Nothing's changed. So in 4 years, people are going to be unhappy and someone who doesn't like the unions is going to come into play. So you got to be better than that. Jesus Christ. I'm not getting into this right now. Save it for another week. I'm starting to preach. See, you get to the end of it, it's not so fucking funny anymore. Then I get to be the joke. All right. We out. Bye.